welcome back to my channel today. If you're new, welcome to my channel. This is more like an impromptu video because I don't have much makeup on, but I've been craving to film. I know that Michelle Wong here on YouTube does mini reviews, and I really like that idea because I just want to talk about products that I cannot stop using at the moment, and I'm going to be giving like my little mini review on them. So I do want to start that series on my channel. So we got a lot to talk about today. Some are new, some are a little bit older, like a couple years old, as in when they came out in the beauty industry for makeup or skincare, personal care, whatever. So I do have hair care, makeup, skincare, personal care, pens. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. We're gonna start off with personal care, as I do not talk about that as much on my channel really. This is by Love Wellness. It's a pH balancing cleanser. This is a natural personal care cleanser for gentle wash that won't throw things off. So yes, it is for down there, but when I was really sick in September, I was just sick constantly, got sick like 3 times. Everything was like just totally thrown off. My immune system was thrown off, my pH was off, and it's not a cheap product, I will say. I got it from Ulta. You can also get this at CVS, but I work at Ulta, so I'm just gonna get it at Ulta. Plus I got my discount with it, and honestly, you need the teeniest, tiniest amount, like literally smaller than a penny. It goes a long way. Even though it is a little bit more pricey, I do think this will last you a very long time. So I use that whenever I shower, and it's perfect. I have noticed it's really improved my pH, so we're good. I really like that product. It's not fragrance at all, so it's not gonna like irritate the skin or anything. I'm just gonna get the random things out of the way. Came in a set of 3. These are marker pens, and they're from the Container Store, and they're in this really nice like marble design. So I haven't used these 2, but I've only used this pink one. I just love the way they write. They don't smudge. This is what the tip looks like. I'm going to show you an example of the beginning of November of what I wrote in my agenda, because this already happened. So this is work, but you can just see how neat and clean it writes. I went to Boston, visit Heather and Phil. I just like love the way that it writes. And I'm not even done with one, or even halfway done with one, so I know that these will last a very long time. They look really cute in my pencil cup holder. I just love them. So these are pens that I will definitely keep repurchasing. That's a winner in my book. Okay, so I actually have 2 updates on 2 products that I mentioned in my gratis haul. One of them is the Acure Brightening Under Eye Super Greens Hydrogels. I actually got 2 of these for my gratis, one from 1 month, one from another. This is the last one I have, but I actually really love these. They're very different from any other eye patch that I've used. They are cheaper, but the only thing is that it only comes with 1 pair. Wish it came with more. I feel like, yes, it is much lower price than most under eye patches or sheet masks or whatever, but for me, I wish it came with more. I feel like the $4.99 would be a little bit more worth it to me, instead of just buying one of these and be like, oh well, now I gotta save it for like when I really want to use it. But they're green, and they're a little bit thicker. They're jelly-like consistency. So when you first put them on, they're a little bit thick. And then once you wait the 15 to 20 minutes and you take it off, that thickness turned into thinness. And it's like, wow, the product actually went into my skin. Honestly, that's a really cool product. I haven't used anything like this before, so I really like it, and they're very comfortable underneath my eyes, and I am not a fan of under eye gels or patches because they always feel really uncomfortable under my eyes, but these were definitely a winner too. So the other product, I did forget one product, as I normally do in a haul. This is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Triple Detox Shampoo. This removes product pollution and hard water buildup. In the unicarton for this, it did have this little test, and on the test, it was like a little science experiment. So you just had to put it underneath your shower water, and it turned yellow if your water is soft. It turned orange if it was in the middle between soft and hard, and then it turned red if it was hard. So mine was actually right in the middle, kind of leaning more towards hard. Does remove hard water buildup, and I thought that was really interesting, and I just actually really like doing that little test because I was like, I never even thought about this about my shower water. It does say down here, press firmly in the center to close, and I will say that you're definitely right with that, because if you try to close it like some other way, like up here, it does not close unless you push the middle. I have used this a number of times. It looks like I use it a ton, but I didn't. So when I first used this, I didn't use a lot. It already looked like I'd use a ton of products. So I feel like even though this is a 5.4 fluid ounce, it isn't gonna last you a super long time if you are using it 1 to 2 times a week, maybe more, depending how your lifestyle is. Let's see, my salon manager and one of my hairstylists, she actually did my hair in September. They really like this, but I have to say it's not my favorite product from Living Proof. I feel like it just didn't really work for my hair. The next day after I used it, my hair got like really greasy again. I feel like in ways it did remove that product buildup from my hair. Not completely, not 100%, but it's like an okay product for me. So I just want to mention that I did get this in my gratis and I'm like kind of iffy about it. I do have another hair care product, not from my gratis. This is the Matrix Biologics Normalizing Clean Reset Shampoo for all hair types. No parabens in it. I've actually been using this for 3 years, I want to say, and the first one that I got was actually the big liter, and it lasted me over 2 years. But here's the thing. I was talking to one of my estheticians at my store and we were talking about skincare and double cleansing, and that's what I do. It really helps my skin and to remove the makeup. And I asked her, is it kind of like the same thing for double shampooing? Like, are you really supposed to double shampoo? And she said yes, like that's why shampoo bottles, especially more like the pro hair brands, are bigger than conditioner bottles. And I'm like, I never really noticed that, but now it makes sense. All these years I was not double shampooing and I've heard about it. I think I've tried it once, but I think the shampoo that I used at the time just like wasn't right for my hair, but I didn't know in the moment. And this one you do not have to double shampoo with, and also my Head and Shoulders I don't have to double shampoo with, but I did it anyways with these. Regardless of if you double shampoo with this or not, if you just use it once, every single time I use this, it feels like I have a brand new set of hair. Like, it is so shiny, it is so soft. I love this. I know I'm gonna keep repurchasing it, and I know that it's removing like all the product buildup if I do have any, but it just feels like so clean. My hair feels like weightless basically, and I literally just love it. But I have been double shampooing lately and my hair feels like how it does when I get it done at Ulta salon. This size will even last you a very, very long time. It's more of a thick consistency, but you really do not need a lot at all. It has lemongrass in there, just so you know, but really, really great product. I'm gonna go into skincare because I only have a few items, actually more than a few. This is the Tarte Knockout Tingling Toner. This is formulated to exfoliate, balance, and minimize the appearance of pores. I don't know how noticeable they are through the camera, but I have noticed that they have been a lot smaller. So this is a tingling treatment. You're supposed to start in upward swiping motions from your décolleté to your face. I actually used this a couple years ago. This was my mom's, but her skin is now a lot more sensitive than it used to be, and she's given me all these products that she can't use. And I did use this a long time ago. This is supposed to make your face red. When I first used this a week ago, it made my face burn and sting. I was like, oh my god, my face really needs some resurfacing right now. So it is a 10% acid complex, powerful pH rebalancing blend of salicylic and lactic acids to help renew and resurface the appearance of the skin. I've actually noticed like a touchable difference in my skin since using this once every day at night. Definitely don't recommend using this during the day because your face will turn red. I read so many reviews on the Sephora website about this because unfortunately you cannot get this at Ulta. Everyone said like if you have sensitive skin, definitely avoid it. I have sensitive skin myself. I can't say it's as sensitive as it used to be, but it still is like pretty sensitive. I find that I can still use it. It will have that stinging sensation for at least 4 days. Now when I do it almost a week later, I still am getting some little tingling in some areas, but it's not as bad as the first couple days. I just noticed a huge difference. I read a lot of reviews where people said it got rid of their texture or it helped their texture, helped their pores, helped their acne, and I noticed that this also is pushing everything from beneath my skin. I'm getting bigger spots come out recently, like this one over here. I had one right there and now it's like a spot. It literally went from a bump to a spot within 2 days. It was crazy. I'm like, whoa. I actually talked to one of my other estheticians at Ulta. I said, is there always supposed to be like stuff coming out from like beneath the skin? Because I feel like it's just like constantly pushing out stuff from underneath my skin, like what is underneath there. And she said always. I'm like, okay, it makes me feel a little bit better. But honestly, my face is doing really well. I did have some hormonal breakouts, so that's what you're gonna see right here. This is knocking out a lot. So I really do like this. Another toner that I use during the morning time. This is the Dermalogica Redness Relief Essence from their Ultra Calming line. This is between a serum and a toner. I know I did mention this in one of my past videos recently, but it has taken care of my redness so well. You barely see any redness except for like maybe some pinker areas in like my normal sections of where I would normally have my redness, but it has really taken care of my redness like tremendously. So highly recommend that. Seriously, I don't know how long it's been since you've seen me without makeup, but it's been a long time I feel, and my redness was definitely way more prominent back then. Since I was just on the topic of moisturizer, this is the Dermalogica Skin Smoothing Cream powered by Active Hydro Mesh technology. So this actually locks into hydration in your skin for 40 hours. Use this every single morning, but not every night. I use a different moisturizer, and normally use a Dermalogica Active Moist, and I can use it pretty much all year round except for around these colder months. I just need something a little bit heavier. You don't need a lot, you just need like an almond size. This is a 1.7 fluid ounce. This was my mom's actually. She was using it, and now she's just like basically strictly on the Ultra Calming line, but this works for my face really well, and it gives a nice healthy glow to my face. So I really love this product. I actually had it last winter in a smaller size, and I was kind of iffy about it because I love the smell of the Active Moist a lot better than this one, but I mean, it's skincare and they may not always smell the best, but this smells a lot better than most skincare products, and it's also fragrance free, so I'd rather have it be like that instead. My next Dermalogica product is the Charcoal Rescue Mask. This and another mask I'm about to mention have been my two magic masks. I've been trying to get back into using this one. It's just a very intense charcoal. It's only a 3 to 5 minute mask. That's how intense it is. Don't put it on your whole face. Seriously, do not. It's a very intense charcoal. It's the most intense charcoal I've ever used, but you only put it on the areas that you have pores, and you also only put on your oily areas. So I mainly just put on my T-zone, but I also put it on like current breakouts that I have. I'll just do like a spot treatment, and I find that using this as a spot treatment works amazing. It works so well. It like literally draws everything out overnight. Not even kidding. And I freaking love this. The only thing is the smell. Do not like the smell. So whenever I do use this, I use this anytime before I'm about to shower. Not saying I do it every single time, but if I want to use this, definitely use it before I shower so I can like get rid of that lingering smell that I don't like. This is the Strivectin Nia 114 Technology Multi-Action Blue Rescue Clay Renewal Mask. So I mentioned how much I love this in my gratis haul and how much I love the smell. Oh my god, that's my current dent for the product. I talk way more about this, kind of dive deeper about the product in my gratis haul. This is an amazing mask. Dermalogica one, this one, highly recommend. So yes, it's more expensive, but it's gonna take you a while to get through this, and when you put it on the face, when it is drying, it does tighten up just slightly. It is a clay mask, and it just doesn't feel like your whole face is super dry when it is drying during the 10 minutes. It actually still feels moisturizing on your face. Not wet, just feels really good. I love it. This is the last Dermalogica product. So this is the Prisma Protect SPF 30 Light Activated Skin Defense. Well, this is a sample size, but I just bought technically the smaller size. It's $19. This I love. It is a 2-in-1. It's a moisturizer and a primer. Since my skin freak out in September, this is the only primer that has been working for my face because it is very moisturizing, but I don't know, there's just something about it that just makes my foundation stick better and doesn't separate and go crazy on my face, because that was what was happening like all during September. It was super annoying with or without a primer. So this is really the only one that's been working for me. And so the light activated skin defense, they are light activated peptides in there, and so only when your face hits the sunlight, the peptides kind of like raise to the surface and they burst. You're not gonna like feel it or anything. Then your face just looks super healthy and glowy, and it's from those light activated peptides. So it's a very cool product. However, this is not physical sunscreen, which I really wish it was. It's only chemical, but I gotta use it because it's just working for my face right now. It's working for the skin. I have one brush that I've been using non-stop for years. I literally just keep going back to it. I cannot stop. This is a Lancome brush. It's actually kind of dirty right now. Yeah, it's like full of different highlighters, but this I find is just so perfect at getting highlight in the right spot. There's a highlight that I'm gonna mention. It works for my skin if I layer another highlight underneath it, but when I just want to get it like right here, oh my god, this applies it perfectly. It's not super big, it's not super small, it's a little bit more pointed. You can like really control where you're putting the highlight. I just love it. I literally cannot stop using this. I'm like, okay, I'm going back to my Lancome brush. I just have to. Now we're gonna go into makeup. I bought 2 palettes recently, and at first I was like, oh, $60. That's a lot for a palette, but honestly, almost every single time I do my makeup, I use this one palette, the $60. It was worth every penny. This is the ABH Norvina Volume 2. This is the Aqua Palette. I just watched their video on their website recently of Norvina explaining the story behind every single palette, and I didn't know that this was created to be like mermaid style, the waves basically. I felt like this Pro 2 just spoke to me way more than Volume 1 and Volume 3. I felt like Volume 1 is very pretty. I just felt like I wouldn't use the shades other than the glitter. I mean, I would use them, but I feel like I wouldn't. I don't know. This one is just calling my name. It still calls my name like every single day. I just had to get it. I think this is limited edition to Sephora, but I know it's permanent to ABH, so I don't know. I'm a little confused on that still, but I have been using A2, surprisingly, that yellow shade. Almost every single time. I use E5, this black shade, every single time I do my makeup. I feel like I've used almost every single shade in this palette after having it, I would say, for almost a month. The pigmentation is incredible. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm blown away every single time. I take a brush, dip into a little bit of a shade, and just put it on my eyelid. I'm like, whoa. Pigmentation is 100% there. It's crazy. Very, very pigmented. They are professional grade eyeshadows, and some of them are not intended for the immediate eye area. With all of my products, I always leave the links down below, and you can see which ones in the description box with an asterisk, which ones are not intended for the immediate eye area. But oh my god, I freaking love that palette. Like, I would repurchase that if I hit pan on every single shade. Okay, my next palette, I don't know if this was limited edition or not, I hope not, but this is the Colorpop Disney Designer Collection. It's falling on me. I love the packaging. I'm a huge Cinderella fan. I got her highlight, what I'm gonna talk about soon. But oh my god, the design, like the detail that went into this, oh my god. Like, I love it. The palette, as you may be able to see, I took a huge dent in there because I could not stop using this Royal Ball shade for like weeks. Like almost every single time I did my eye makeup. I'm currently taking a break from it. That is a shade along with Floating Lantern that's not intended for the immediate eye area, but I don't find myself to be a beginner with glitter or shimmer. So I find it actually really, really easy to just kind of swipe your finger a little bit in that shade and just pat it on where you want it, and you're good to go. It has gone in my eye before, the little circular glitters, but it doesn't irritate it. It doesn't cut my eye. It literally does nothing, basically. So I feel like if you are a beginner, definitely be careful if it's a formula that you're not used to using. This Floating Lantern shade, this is a completely different formula than Royal Ball. It's more of like a loose glitter. I mean, they are both more loose, but the pink one is definitely a lot more loose. So I did use glitter glue with it one time, and I used glitter glue without it. Personally, I actually liked using it without glitter glue. I feel like it stayed on much longer on my eye than when I used glitter glue, which is kind of odd, but it just worked out that way. I feel like when I use glitter glue, I had to like keep applying it. I don't know why. It is what it is, but really, really great palette. And I'm actually really impressed with how pigmented and how well that these shadows blend. I was just not expecting that. So this is a shade from Sephora Collection. I never, ever, ever use singular eyeshadows, but this is the shade number 205 Ballet Shoes. Oh my god, this is the most perfect inner corner shade I have ever ever seen in my life, and I don't know how well it's gonna pick up. You know how sometimes cameras don't like pick up glitter that well. It is perfect, and I think what's so unique about it is that it actually has a silver glitter in there and it's not gold. One thing, it is a little bit hard to open this, but I really wanted something for my inner corner instead of just like a regular highlight, and that sounds kind of extra, but sometimes I'm kind of extra. Oh, there you go. My hand is like literally shaking. It is so beautiful. Oh my god, like when you put it in a corner, it's like bam, but it's also not super intense. But when I like turn to the side, you can really see it, and you can really see it on my brow bone really well. It's, for me, this is a shade that's like almost too good to be true. When you look at it and then when you swatch it and apply it, it's a too good to be true shade. Another thing that I kind of got during the sale, it's actually a sample. So I've been using the Too Faced Peach Perfect for a long time. Just got rematched to the shade Marshmallow. It's literally my perfect match. It matches my face to a T. It's just that during my skin freak out, what I had originally was Swan, and before they added new color, Swan was the first shade in that collection, and it's always been a little bit darker on me, but I noticed like during September it like was not working for my face, and I'm like, something's going on, because it never not works for my face. So my mom and I concluded that it was just, that was like the first foundation color that I bought from them. I bought a darker shade from them during this past summer, but the Swan shade I bought over a year and a half ago, or over a year ago, somewhere over a year ago. It was just getting old. I think it had expired, so I bought full size 2. I just want to use a sample first just to make sure. If it wasn't working, then I'd return the full size, but I don't think I'm going to return it because it's really good. That's one of my favorite foundations that I just can't stop using. I really can't. This next product is the Too Faced Poppin' Peach Blush. I've been using this for over 2 years. Still smells amazing. Doesn't look like I ever made a dent in it, but it's always like, oh my god, it's always the perfect peach color for my skin. It looks way more pink in the pan than it does on my face. It's a brightening blush, and it just literally brightens up my face. I can't stop using it. I really can't, and I'm gonna keep saying it during this video, but I can't stop. The Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in Into Sun. This is the latest shade. This is actually my mom's, and then it's been in my bathroom since the summer, because at the time this was the only bronzer that was dark enough for my very tan skin. I got the tannest I've ever gotten this past summer naturally, like no fake tan at all. Maybe pale to some other people, but like, or lighter, but it was very dark for me. I use this every single time I do my makeup, and I swear it does not look like I've made one dent in this. Like, it still looks pretty much brand new, except for it is a little bit dirty, but like it still looks flat. When is it gonna look like I made a dent? Because I've been using this non-stop since July. You could use so much product and it's still gonna look new. So I really like that bronzer. It's a really good tone for my skin tone. It's not too warm tone, it's not too cool tone, it's just perfect. Right now I think it is getting just a smidge too warm because I am getting much paler. It's still perfect because my Cosmetics Ombre Radiance bronzer is just still a little bit too light for me at the moment. It doesn't really show up on my face unless I'm really in the middle of winter. My skin tone is like super white and I still kind of blend into this wall. So yeah, just very pale. This is the Benefit Cosmetics Boing Caicos Concealer. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is like the best concealer I've ever used. I am in shade number 2. Number 1 was super light. It's way too pale for me. This is actually a perfect shade for me. It does still give a little bit of brightness, but I do not mind at all. And you don't have to set this with powder, which makes me so happy. It like really speeds up my makeup routine by a lot of time. Actually, I love this concealer so much, and I've been using it every single time I do my makeup. And actually, I see a little dent. I got this in September, and I'm literally only there. I have that much left. What? I do about like 3 dots from the Dofa applicator, and that's it on each eye, and it's still like a lot of product, but it does a job. For sure. I can't believe I'm only at that mark. Oh, this is gonna last me a long time, and I'm very excited for it. I very much use Becca Mini Highlighter in Moonstone. This is the only gold that has ever worked for my skin tone. It is a pale gold, and that's why it's not super yellow, it's not super like orange golden, just perfect. Whenever I put on the skin, it literally looks amazing. I've never gone through a highlight like that. As for a highlighter, pretty rare for people to hit highlighters like this. Oh my god. Oh, love this shade. Just works so good for me. And I just went back to using it a lot more recently because it's just so good. The Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm very late to the party on this. Few years late. This is actually my mom's, but she wanted me to try it, and now it's been staying in my bathroom. So because it is continuous, I use a lot more product than I should when I am spraying on my face. This is actually almost empty, but when my mom gave me this, it was still at the bottom, but it felt just a little bit heavier. So the fact that I haven't used it a ton and it went that fast just, I don't know. It's just, I love it though. I probably will buy it because I still get my discount, but that product. It really just like, it just sets my makeup so well. And I have been having some issues with like setting sprays a lot in the past couple months. That one has been like saving my makeup besides my Smashbox one. Welp, I did not know that my highlight was on a wet surface and it's cardboard packaging. This is also from the Colorpop Disney Designer Collection. This is Cinderella. She's my favorite princess. Even though it was Sleeping Beauty for Halloween because I didn't like the Cinderella costumes. This is in a shade Horse and Carriage, and oh my god. This actually is an intense highlight, but it's only intense on me when I turn to the side. It's like you don't really see it when I'm head on. Oh my god, this has a blue reflect. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And so I've been using it when I do like more blue eyeshadow looks or just pink looks, really any crazy colors. I love this. But I do have to layer a different highlight, usually my Bare Minerals Invisible Glow highlight underneath, because whenever I layer that first and then put something else on top of it, a highlighter that I'm having trouble with on my skin, even if it's like just a smidge dark on me, it just blends so much better when I use Bare Minerals underneath. When I use this alone, it looks very streaky on my face. It just literally looks like a stripe of glitter. Once I layer it, like, it's fine, and when I do layer it, I only put it in this little area right where the sun hits it. This was in the Cinderella bundle. I'm still testing out the lip products. Very nice highlight. Can't stop using that either. This is the last product. So this is actually an older Morphe brush. 99% sure this was my mom's that she gave me. And what I love about this brush for my lower lash line is that it's not too square, it's not too round, it's not too flat, and it just disperses the product super nicely. It packs on a product well, but also blends it out. It literally looks like so good. I love this brush. Oh my god, it just, oh, I think I used it in my last tutorial, but it's just so good. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely am excited to start this new series on my channel. Like I said, I've been seeing Michelle Wong do this. She did one not this past October, but last year October. I thought that was a really great idea. I don't know if she started it herself or she got the inspiration from another YouTuber, but I love the idea, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos on beauty, fashion, and health, and click that notification bell because I do upload between 1 to 2 times a week, but it's on random days. Comment down below if you have used any of these products or some of these are newer to you and you are willing to try them based on my little mini reviews. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye!